Welcome to Astro News for our astrological news of the week of November 8th. We have some big news ahead. I am Cindy Wallace and this is Luna, and we are bringing you the news now. So let's dive in and see what we have this week. Monday, all right. The moon will be in stable, pragmatic Capricorn. That's a very stable moon. And in harmony with Uranus. Uranus is the planet of surprises. It currently is transiting in Taurus. So that could be surprises in the home, at work. Maybe your computer is not working at home. If you're working there, it can be technological problems, surprises, and new deals struck in the business world in the home. It could be some repair work that you decide that you do and it's just not going right or as you thought it would. You'll feel unstuck with this transit, that's for sure. So let it rip. On Tuesday, the moon is in Capricorn still, and 10 o'clock to noon Pacific time, the moon crosses over to dark side Pluto. And, Pluto is deep. It brings up psychological events, psychological problems it could, or maybe you just want to go and meditate. That would be okay too. It can be deep reactions toward things. It could be exploring your own psyche, possibly doing something with astrology. So that could be good. At 9:52 Pacific time to the noon, the moon will be in void of course, and that is a flat energy. You just really don't want to do too much when the moon is in void of course. And that will be intact for till 7:04 that evening Pacific time, and then it goes into Aquarius, and Aquarius is a lot more friendly than Capricorn is. It's not that steadiness because it's ruled by Uranus, but it is very much about the future. It's very progressive and very friendly, and it has a lot to do with technology. So that could be very good also. On Wednesday, the moon will still be in Aquarius, and from noon, it will bring up new ideas, teamwork. It can bring up very innovative things and innovative qualities, maybe new ideas with technology. Maybe you're learning a new software or doing a Zoom class or making a webinar. But the moon will be stressed with Mars. Now, Mars is a little frictional sometimes. It can be very ambitious and good when it's in a favorable transit, but when it's in an angle or a square, it can be friction. It can be because it's communication. It will be frictional communication. Not all communication is going to go well, and that could be on your computers too. Now, Saturn will conjunct the moon, and Saturn is very limiting. So Wednesday looks like a kind of an iffy day. I wouldn't be playing the Powerball on Wednesday. It looks like a little moody and irritable. That's because Saturn limits and Mars is a little frictional at times and argumentative. However, Mercury, the communication planet, will also be squaring Saturn. So again, limits with communication. It could be that your mind is more in focus and more serious with work. So that would be good. But you might feel a little hopeless or end an agreement in something with work. And it could bring up, again, problems on the technological side. Thursday is a lot better than Wednesday and even Tuesday, because the early afternoon, the moon will be in Aquarius, friendly, wonderful Aquarius, and then it will cross over to Jupiter. Now, Jupiter brings up education, travel, anything that's happy. It's a more optimistic planet. So that will be very much more optimistic. It can have something to do with the stock market. The stock market might benefit from that transit. I would be playing the Powerball because it brings in optimism and hope. However, the moon will go in void at 11:53. So again, even though Jupiter is going to be in there, the moon going in void just creates a flatness. You don't really want to do anything. You might finish up some old projects, but I would not be starting anything new. I would not be signing any agreements when the moon is in void, of course, either. It's just a flat kind of energy, and you may feel it and just grab a movie or just finish up old projects. That's what I would be doing. Even though the Jupiter brings up travel plans, it might be that on that day you just don't feel like doing it, or you don't have all the squares in the peg yet, or the pegs in the squares rather, or the holes. They're just not lining up. On Friday, the moon in Pisces is very innovative. It's very filled with kindness, filled with charity. It's ruled by Neptune. So just a all-around great day, and I'll tell you more. By noon, the moon will be in harmony with Venus. Venus is about love, money, all kinds of creativity. So that's a lovely day. Not only is the moon in Pisces, but also conjuncting Venus. It's very loving, very inspirational, and like I said, creative energy. And in the afternoon, the moon will be in harmony with Mars. That's very ambitious. You're taking that love to a higher note, maybe having a sexual afternoon with your honey. It's very ambitious, and will also then be in harmony with Neptune. And like I said, Neptune rules Pisces. So all around the best day to be playing the Powerball this week. Positive healing, kindness, imagination. Your imagination really is going to get off the ground on that day. Very fulfilling. And if that's not enough, the sun will conjunct Neptune in the evening. That's really lost in your imagination. And if you're a writer, wow, many pages will be written under that transit. Now on Saturday in the afternoon, Pacific time, crossing Neptune in Pisces. Neptune will be in Pisces, still in crossing the moon. And that's the same energy as we had on Friday. Very charitable, very loving, fulfilling energy, lots of empathy and lots of sensitivity. So that day too, on Saturday, it looks just as good as Friday to play the Powerball or do anything that is charitable and of kindness and mindfulness. Mercury rules all the communications and the focus that we do, and it will oppose Uranus. That is a sudden communication. Maybe suddenly you hear from friends, since Mercury is in Scorpio right now. Uranus is transiting in Taurus. That could be some unexpected family ties, or you hear from a family member that just came into town. You're getting out of a rut on Saturday night, and an offer could come in that you can't resist, or an opportunity from an organization or group, new goals, and great with technology. Maybe you just bought a computer and you're putting it together. Now on Sunday, the moon will be in Pisces, still charitable Pisces, but goes void of course till 7:49 a.m. Pacific time, and leaves and goes into Aries. Aries is more rambunctious. Aries is more energized. Aries is more, let's go, let's do it. So it's going to be a very, very spiritual day for you. I would rest because of that void, of course, in the morning. And then you're probably going to feel like you want to go and do some sports or take a walk or go to the gym. So it's going to be a very nice day, very calm. That vorticourse will start you and then it will stop. So thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. And Luna and I thank you for tuning in. Namaste, Ashe, Aho, Aloha. Till next week, be safe.